Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival Reforged Eden. My name is Spanj. I am on my way today to Progenitor space. So to do that we need to go via these neutron stars, which don't count as neutron stars, which is kind of annoying. Beacons. Beacon J670. It's a fascinating system, as you can see. Nothing in it. But yeah, we need to travel along these beacons, and you can find these beacons just by looking for the green blob there. There will be a trail of little neutron suns, beacons, that go back down to the main area. Now, I've set up my base nearby this place because I know that I'm going to be doing a lot of backwards and forwards from these beacons to the Progenitor space. Now, in order to get to Progenitor space, we need to use a Stargate, which is located here at the very end of these beacons. As you can see, the Progenitor little satellite galaxy is still a long old way away, so I don't think there's any chance we're going to be able to warp there. So once you come into the last system, the Decay Gate, you might find a Spanj sign. Oh my god, that's awesome. That is brilliant. Thank you very much, MDB. You guys are awesome. I love just strolling around finding my face just littered throughout the galaxy. That is a really cool effect. That little pulse that's firing off there is the Progenitor warp gate. Oh my god, that's so cool. I realized it did that, so that it's straight through my face. I see why they did it now. You bastards. You know what? I retract my thanks. I retract it. Look at that. Straight. You bastard. Oh dear. Anyway, looks like there's some teleport shenanigans set up here, which is good. I mean, aligning with the playfield is bad. Oh dear. Okay, well, I'm going to align with it anyway. We're going to park the Zeus here because we have... I do apologize, guys. It's so dark, isn't it? We are on the edge of the very galaxy here. There is no discernible light sources anywhere. Anyway, have I got an EVA on? I do. Lovely. What I'm going to need to do is kind of load myself up really with as much stuff as possible, so when I get to the other side, I can get a ship in and get it going. Let me just check armor and mods. That'll be at the top. Yeah, I have a transportation boost. So let's go ahead and equip that. It will help slightly with the transporting of things. Use the armor locker that I've always used. Might be sensible. Okay, so radiation, insulation. I've got jetpack mobility and multi on. I don't need a jetpack boost while I'm in space. So we'll put a transportation boost on. And a mobility one I'll replace with the radiation, because I don't think it's radioactive around here, but you know, it's good to be careful, isn't it? And as for all my stuff, I think, well, I'm gonna have to offload it into the small arms box and just pick it back up again at the end, because these things, well, they weigh a fair bit. So, you know, flamethrower, yeah, we don't need that right now. Once you've got yourself some basic supplies like some fuel, oxygen, pentaxid, ammunition for the craft that you're going to be spawning in, you can go ahead, head out to the gate. Oh yeah, this thing looks awesome. Look at that. Look at that. That's freaking cool. Now, if you find this thing before you open it, you can read these little guys on the side here, and it will tell you about it. It's already activated, so I don't need to activate it again. But it will tell you about where to find, like, the first planet, I think, Reno or whatever it is. No, the core worlds. Sorry, I'm getting confused. The core worlds, 1 to 9. We opened core world. What? False idol. We opened core. Awesome. We opened Core World 5 in the series. The rest of the server opened the other 8 gates. So, you know, and this is what happens when you activate them all. This bad boy powers up. It's getting all of its power from the galaxy down below. So, pretty dope. Right, we have got... I've got the X3 Spanjified version ready to go. So we have a ship the other side that'll be perfectly fine. for exploring Progenitor space. You have arrived in the star cluster known as Decay. This area of space is a work in progress and not complete yet. You're free to explore it, but you have to bring resources with you through the warp gate. You will need a Progenitor translation key, created from research at UCH research vessels. Also, you're being watched. Sure why we would need a Progenitor translation key, but maybe we can... Oh, here we go. Right, so the Decay cluster is full of ancient and dead stars. Too far for standard communications. You'll need to establish a communications relay to make contact with UCH command. Establish a small space station near the ancient warp gate on the Decay side of the Decay Andromeda gate to act as a communication relay. You'll need to place down base star, generator, fuel tank, and antenna. You'll need to bring resources through the gate. Proceed. Cool. Okay, so we'll probably find a dozen little... Like, look at all this stuff around here. Oh my god, it's so dark, can't see anything. Right, there is a little collection of everybody else's stuff here, so that's good. Looks like we've got our NSA here, MDBs are obviously here, they're showing my face everywhere. The lunatics are here. IWC has a truck explorer here, yay. Ah, sweet. And the Augur SV Reforged is here. What the hell? Oh my god, losing control. That must be part of a... Yep. Oh my god. I'm not reading that out. Right. Anyway, so it doesn't really matter what the IWC has here already, except I might be able to steal some resources. Looks like somebody else has brought an X3 in. Great choice, I think. The Wave Rider Max Solar, I like that. And the Quahog. Quahog. It's good ships around here. Right. So, let's spawn this badger in. Bingo. There we go. Welcome. Hello, my old friend. Welcome back. Okay, so we've got a bit of fuel, bit of everything really. Bibs for 15mm rounds that I had in my bag. So we need some 200 laser charges still. We need some more 15mm. We need more pentaxid. And I do need to bring across some basic materials so that we can actually do what the mission asked of us in that, you know, building the whole... the generators and the little communication relay and stuff, and we could just do the same thing that we did last time and just demolish it once we've completed the mission, so we're not littering everywhere. But yes, this point in Progenitor space, getting through the gate and getting processed, you're going to be going through this teleporter a lot, back and forth, you know, carrying the materials that you need in order to survive and exist on the other side of the gate. What I do suggest is maybe a good idea is getting as many of the transporter update boosts that you can, along with your EVA. Ooh, nice. In order to get over here, basically. So these are Progenitor technology fragments. Look, by even just going through the gate, we get 5 fragments, which is lovely, which is a good job. I had a little bit of space left in my inventory, because otherwise it would have just chucked them on the floor. So that was lucky. Right. So, yeah, we've got a bit of the basics, obviously, here in Zeus. I'm going to try and take some of this all with me so that we've got some kind of production on the other side. So we'll try and take as much iron. Well, we'll take about 500 of each will be good. There you go, I maxed out just on those two. Now it is possible there are asteroids on the other side. So, you know, you don't have to carry everything through. I suppose you could just carry enough fuel to go and mine it yourself. On the other side, it depends whatever you think is going to be quickest for you and most enjoyable for you, I suppose. For me right now, I'm just going to go back and forth a bit and get all the resources over, and then we'll get off and we'll actually proceed with this mission. Okay, now that we're all over here and all settled, I love that. That's just brilliant. Look at that. Yo. Right, I've got a bunch of resources. The IWC box truck explorer had some other extra bits and bobs in it as well that I've helped myself to. Not a huge amount, just basically this fuel tank, this generator, and this antenna, which is what we need to complete our objective here. So let's maybe point this. Oh, there we go. That's a nice little green box of destiny. Generator, fuel tank, and an antenna. Make it a pretty one. There we go. Incoming transmission. Hello, can you hear me? We've boosted the signal, but it's low. Ah, you made it to Decay. What happened? You believe UCH is asking you to investigate the Decay Star cluster to find out what happened to the Progenitors. You will likely need a Progenitor translation key from a UCH vessel. But we have a depleted translation key back on the Zeus. So I could go and get that, and hopefully that might work. I don't know. UCH Command has asked you to investigate what happened to the Progenitor in Decay. You will need a Progenitor translation key. I don't want to go get another 100 fragments of freaking data. Okay, well, cool. Land on a planet, download Progenitor Interface data is our objective. No problem. Okay. Well, we can get rid of this now. Ooh, let's not get rid of the 4 first. I already did. Look at that, because that is Elion, please fix. Never mind. Sorry, Mr. Box Truck. I may have dismantled some of your stuff. There you go. You can have the generator back at least. Sorry about that. My apologies. Anyway, let's get the smeg out of here, shall we? Right, I might quickly actually pop back to the Zeus and grab the translation matrix, the depleted one. I wonder if it will still work. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, he kept the depleted one in as a sort of, you know, to help out, so you don't have to keep grinding these freaking data things. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, there's so much back and forth. It's tiresome. Anyway, the depleted Progenitor translation matrix still functions as a Progenitor translation matrix for all other purposes and can still access non-core Progenitor computer systems. So, I guess that works. We will find out. So, land on a planet, download Progenitor information. No problem. Let's have a look at our galaxy map now, because it is all weirded out. So we got some more beacons to navigate, and then it is just a lot of D2 type stars. I think there are a few in amongst here that are not D2. I mean, apart from the beacons. But if we scroll through this nice and slowly, we can see D2, 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 S2. S2 is the green glowy ones. Now, if we head into the middle of the mass of stars here, Dyson Sphere. What? What? Freaking Dyson Sphere. Yes, the Dyson Sphere is an end game boss fight, and it is badass. Covered it before. Last time I did Reforged Eden. Is definitely worthwhile. Lots and lots of death, lots of carnage, lots of reward. Actually, very, very rewarding in the long run there. So, can we actually reach that S2 planet? I don't think we can. It's probably well out. 96 light years. Screw it. Let's do it. Let's go. Where's my... There it is. 96 light years. I have a full pentaxid tank. Thanks to 3 trips back through the gate. Let's do this. Yeah, it's all green and glowy and weird. Chal Kappa. Welcome to Chal Kappa, everybody. Welcome to Chal Kappa. This... I tell you one thing about Progenitor Space is it's not short on resources, right? Well, last time we checked this, at least anyway. I don't know if he's changed it, but let's have a look. See? Decayed Lava planet. Then it's a decayed desert planet. You got all these... This is just what's on the planet. And then we look at the orbits, right? And you got platinum, aluminium, gold. Oh! It's such a pain in the ass to get all these resources back. Now, the thing is, right... we're obviously here. We are here to do, to get, I should say, Progenitor Ultra Gravitational Anomalies detected. Active Progenitor Defense System detected. Okay, we don't want to go down there then. We do not want to go down Decayed Shattered with Progenitor Defenses activated. Let's go to a nice peaceful Decayed Desert planet. We're here to get the warp drive. That's what we want. We're here to get both a Voidium drill and warp drive. We need about 300 Progenitor tech fragments, really, to make this trip worthwhile. Now, as for the platinum and stuff like that, I can get that the other side of the thing with more, with just better mining equipment. Plus, also, then I don't have to run it through the gate. Now, once we do get that warp drive, we can just warp to and from Progenitor Space as we so please. You know, provided we've got the pentaxid, of course. And then we can, you know, just mop up all these asteroids as much as we want. So if we are really short on sort of platinum and aluminium and gold and, you know, stuff that's you can't really auto mine. I mean, aluminium you can, but you know what I mean. then we can do that. We can do that once we get that warp drive. That's going to be a way, because we need this thing first, so that we can get the voidium, that we can make the dark matter pods for that thing. Right, here we go. This is a decayed desert planet. It's so eerie. One thing about Progenitor space is it's very, very good portraying a dead galaxy, and it is just dead, and whatever's left of the progenitors down here is just kind of like eroding away over time, but it's still kind of active. It's still kind of got some presence. There's this AI that's still obviously doing shenanigans and stuff. But anyway, we'll proceed to this planet here. 0.88 Gs. I thought I'd just double check that before we entered atmosphere. Now down here should be a Progenitor Interface, as the little pop-up is now telling us. Oh god, right, okay. Pull up, pull up, pull up. There's 5 kilometers over there. That's the way we need to go. Let's go that way. Progenitor Interface is what the mission is telling us, but there should be like loads of little structures down here. Some are better than others in regards to what they give you. There are these. Well, I'll show you. Let's get to this Progenitor Interface then. Anything I find on the way could be useful, but I don't see a lot, to be honest. Let's get to this Progenitor Interface, and then we'll see if I can find some of the more important structures that you guys need to know about. Alright, Progenitor Interface then. Oh, it's all spooky and green, isn't it? Look at this. It's all spooky and stuff. Right. Leave the X3 here. We are, I think, if I remember correctly, going to need some weaponry around here. That's why I have pointed the ship forwards, so its gat guns can assist me here. Okay, so last time I did this, there was a puzzle here. That's interesting. Are they blocks or are they sentry guns? They're blocks, I think. Okay, good. There was a puzzle here because, like, these have all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on them, and then, yeah. It's got the same thing on all the sides there. Now I think each of these switches, each of these pillars has a switch on it. We've got a flippity to the switch, but it's got a password on it. And then you got to decrypt these numbers here on the top of this switch. Will tell you what the code is. So we've got an empty circle, dotted circle, top half, left half. Okay. So run before I forget. So 1, 2, 8 and 7. Is that right? 1, 2, 8, 7. Do we think that? I think I read that right. 1, 2, 8, 7. 1, 2, 8, 7. Flippity flip. Big guy. Handy having gat cannons there to help you. Also, big guy, not a big issue. Because he's so slow and stupid. But he is level 10, so he's also a bullet sponge. There we go. So, let's get the other ones flippity flipped, and let's get this thing activated. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and difficult, that one. Thanks, buddy. Each of these guys is giving me tech fragments, so that's good. 6647. Lovely. 5218. Bingo. Something went pop, didn't it? Too slow, amigo. Too slow. Look at you. Yeah, you punched the ground. You punched the ground. Sit down. Give me your fragments. Right, what exploded then? Oh, that thing up there. Right, okay. All the way up there. So, I mean, one thing I would generally advise is you bring an SV to these things, but the X3 is so small and nimble that actually it can serve easily. I think last time I did this, I bought the Vendetta. Yeah, a bit overkill, to be honest. Wasn't even that much combat out here, really. There's a few defensy places, but you know, you don't need to actually fight them. So, great thing about the X3 is you can just do that, and it will hover quite happily there. Not burn a huge amount of fuel while it's at it. And you can do jumpity stuff. Right, hello. Watcher. Translation matrix active. Command. View data. Time is running out. There is still so much to do. Our children fight. Our children's fight. And we hide. Beware what awaits you. Child of a child, do not enter the sphere. Do not repeat our mistakes. Spanj, you have been warned. The 9 cores have been activated. You are one step closer to your own oblivion. How will you choose to survive when every choice leads to your own destruction? Logs end. Download the PDA data. You've received a warning message addressed directly to you from the Progenitors. Whether some of them survived or if it's just an advanced form of AI you do not know, embedded in the data you collected are hidden codes. You should transmit them to UCH command. Alright. I shall. Was that it? Say anything else about it? Wow. Warp to the Decay Andromeda and return to your communications relay station on the Decay side of the gate to transmit your data back to UCH. But I deleted my deleted my antenna. Oh, never mind. Whatever. We'll go back after I build another one. I'll have to build another one, don't I? But okay, so there we go. Right, we'll do that in a second. Let me just show you around because there are these floaty things. Now, each of these structures generally has a loot box in them, which can have artifacts in them or progenitor tech fragments. So these rings here are a good example. Hang on, let me fly into the middle of it because the X3 is a nimble little bastard. Let's get the little flashy on so I can actually see. Somewhere in each of these rings is a way in. Now, it's a missing block somewhere, and as you can see, it's bloody hard to spot. Night vision may be useful, it may be a hindrance. Somewhere around here will be a missing block. No, I'm seeing things. It's a shame. And anyway, the point is you can get into each one of these rings has a loot container, and each one of those has like either an ancient fragment, I can't remember. Let's see if I can find a way in. Let's land and go into the bottom ring or something. It has a loot container in each ring anyway, the point is, and you can get some looty loots in there. So, worth stopping by if you've got 10 minutes to just run around and have a little look, see through. I think I found the hole in the bottom one here. Yeah, looks like it. And you can get yourself some valuable loot that I think you can then sell at UCH research vessels later. That is so difficult to see, right? Welcome to the darkness, everybody. There's literally nothing I can do to make this any brighter. That is it. It's so dark, even with my flashlight on. Wow, I've literally got my waypoints there. My only guidance that I'm actually moving. Anyway, somewhere in here is a loot box. There it is, and it's an ancient relic. There we go. That's what you get out of these things. So these ones are kind of like less important, really, but ancient relics can get you net you a fairly good amount of money. But I think there are quicker and easier ways to go about making money. To be honest, I don't think they're necessarily worth it. So I'm going to ignore the rest of them. I just wanted to show you guys quickly the rings. The other ones you'll find are these floaty ones here, and I think on the, if I remember correctly, the bottom or the top. Another great thing about the X3. Yeah, on the bottom there you can see, look. So we just need to hover ourselves underneath it and level her out. Please don't fall down while I'm walking around. That'd be wonderful. There's a box just there. There's tech fragments. Oh, come on. Come on. Jetpack. Ship is actually falling, look. Ugh. And there's more tech fragments. And just to double check, there's nothing else in here. Yeah, there you go. That's the floaty ones. Actually, I think that is definitely worthwhile. Get those, what is it, 5 fragments off of that. Nice. Okay. You'll also find a bunch of like structures a bit like this, kind of random assortment of blocks. And things like the Azure platform, Azure Nexus over there. None of those, as far as I'm aware, unless it's changed, none of those have any tech fragments or relics or anything in them. So you can safely ignore those. Although, do correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. Last time I checked these, there was nothing in them. What we're really looking for is obelisks. And really, what you're looking for is a large field of obelisks like this. So if you find like when you're scanning a cluster of items really close together, then it might just be what you're looking for. And each of these obelisks is a bunch of progenitor tech fragments, and if you can get the cluster of them like this, then you're just going to save yourself a lot of time. Now each obelisk has there's there are 4 or 5 variants of obelisk that each have their own kind of way in. Basically, they'll have a structural defect somewhere, and it really does help to have a lot of jetpack boosts when you're doing this. Unfortunately, I neglected to pick up any extra boosts while I was fanning around, and it only just occurred to me now that would be useful. Really what you need to find is the way into these freaking obelisks, and then you can actually figure out what the hell it is you need to do. So it's let's take a little bit of a closer look on this particular one. I can't see it anywhere. There's usually like a break somewhere in the block. It doesn't help that what little light we had has just gone down, and as you can see, the freaking flashlight I have is just garbage. And even just looking at this thing, so you check each side for a break anywhere, and there it is. There it is. Right, so he's all the way up there. That was like 5 or so rings up, I think, but it's on the west side of the obelisk. Lots of gigas around here, all wanting a piece of me. And my jetpack is not going to... I have to just murder some of them, I think. Crap. Feel free to help, turrets. Oh my lord. Alright. Experimental plasma it is. I mean, these things do have decent loot in them, in fairness. So, at the end of the world, I will take your bits, your innards, your strange, like, come on, thank you, come on, thank you. Oh, there we go. That was all right, wasn't it? Very nice. All right. What was it? West side, up, about halfway. Running out of O2 here. So, on this side, and there's about like 3. Oh, there, I can see it clear as day now. Look, couldn't earlier. So each obelisk, you need to do this, but because they're all close together, it does actually save a lot of time in the long run. Why can't I get closer? Probably because of my laser drills. 2 fragments is actually a low roll there, I think. But we have to do that on every single one of these obelisks. This is the grind for Progenitor technology fragments. Now, it is worth it long run, but it is not particularly interesting, exciting. It is very arduous, time-consuming, and dull. And I believe Revian is aware of that, and he is looking to change how tech fragments are gathered in future updates of Eden. But for now, this is it. This is what you got to do. Now, unfortunately, I found the break in this one quite quickly. Oop, hello, cheeky. Now, you will get used to the pillars and what each one, where to look on each one. 3, more like it. I would like 5. That would be nice. Bearing in mind that we need like 300 of these fragments. Now you're starting to see. Now you're starting to see. So I'm going to be spending a while doing this, which kind of sucks, but we can go from planet to planet looking for these clusters of obelisks and any other things that we know that hold these fragments, such as those unknown structures, the floaty ones. And eventually, there it is, eventually we will have enough fragments to go home and get ourselves voidium drill and a freaking antimatter drive. I know only at the moment, I think there's only a couple of IWC members that even have an antimatter drive at this stage, because the benefit of them is not quite the same as it used to be. They've been nerfed down to 250 light years, which obviously means you can go back and forth between progenitor space, which is really what I'm doing, because I do not want to bring in yet another ship or another series of ships just to do the Dyson Sphere. I've got them upgraded back at home. I want to bring the Ayamara and use that, you know? So, yeah, for me, this is the grind. I want to get that antimatter drive, and then we can bring the Ayamara over to do the Dyson sphere when we're ready. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is probably the best way to get Progenitor tech fragments. Now, there may be other ways that I've not covered. There are definitely other planets with their own set of POIs, probably. And they might have some more, but they might be more dangerous. I'm in an X3. This is how I'm doing it. Oh dear. Now, before I go off on a Progenitor tech fragment binge, I do want to show you the other worlds that you can visit here, especially in the S2 class suns. This is the Decayed Shattered, which says active Progenitor defense systems detected. Very hard. Cautious. Caution. 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 Do not go anywhere near. What are you doing, you insane person? Now, the Progenitor defense grids, we're sort of familiar with those from the last series when we went to the Dyson sphere. Lots of green laser scumbags. Basically, just tear you apart. Lots of drones. Many drones. Many drones as well. Just in case that was unclear. So, what I'm doing here is actually pretty dangerous, because I don't know if my detector, although it's picked up whatever that is over there, which I presume is a defense array, I don't know if it will pick up, like, sneaky ones hiding in the asteroid field here and, you know, stuff. But I do want to go down onto this planet, check it out, just to give you guys an idea of what to kind of expect. It does look like, for now, touch wood, the last few seconds of being in space here, that you can successfully navigate through the space sector without getting any attention, which is great. So this planet looks totally effed. Absolutely screwed. Look at the terrain. We can see it from orbit. Oh, that is gnarly. Alright, here we go then. Skimming the surface of the atmosphere, because these these mountains are so tall. At least they were while we were in space. Nice janky transition there. Okay, we've got to be careful now, because if there are Progenitor defense thingy-mabubbies down here, we may not see them until it's too late. Like that mother ducker there! Fortunately, it's currently not shooting me. And hopefully that will remain that way. That was... Okay, there you go. See, that's what I was afraid of. The drones have spawned. The drones have spawned. We're just going to fly on. I love that there are freaking asteroids just floating around in the air here. Look at this. There's another bunch of drones. And there's shots fired. Shots fired. Get in the hell out of here. Evasives. Evasive maneuvers. Shields are taking hits. Shields are taking hits. Oh, God. Get into atmosphere. Get into orbit. Quickly, quickly. Get the hell out of here. X3, don't fail me now, baby. Don't fail me now. You can do this. Get out of here. Oh, my God. Okay. I am not losing another X3. Jesus. Oh, my God. That was a lot of laser fire. Now, shields went down to only 70% or something, I think, because of the evasives, but wow, that was close. So, there you go. That's what the shattered planets are like. And nope, I'm not going back down there. So the other one is there's Barren Moons, which I think are just Barren Moons. I don't think they're anything particular. There's a Toxic Moon. We could try the Toxic Moon, actually. I've never been on the Toxic Moon. There's a Nascent, and Decayed Lava. So Decayed Lava is probably the one that has anything on it. The Toxic Moon, I suspect, won't have nothing. So, but let's go to Proxene. Let's check it out. You never know. And as suspected, here on the Toxic Moon, there's not so much any Progenitor stuff. There is a lot of the kind of non-faction things that you would get with a standard Toxic Moon. So we got shipwrecks. Got the abandoned Atlas mine, which is part of the Toxic Moons. We've run that one in a previous series. It's a good little run, actually. Don't quite have time to run it today. I suppose we could. But let me finish showing you at least the rest of the progenitor stuff up here. Yeah, so the toxic moon basically is just a normal toxic moon, as if it was without any Xerax, Polaris, or anything else stuff on it. It is just that, but it does have the Atlas mine there, which is like I said, is a good run, it's a good lure, that one. So let's have a look at the lava planet that this thing orbits. If I can go into space, please, game. Oh, most kind of you. Thank you very much. And so that's a decayed lava, a bit higher gravity, but it will be fine in the X3 here. Proxene. So decayed lava has much of the same sort of structures here. Weird unknown structures. Just look at the sizes of these deposits, though. A large Erestrum, very large magnesium. The resources out here are redonkulous. Medium gold. But yeah, it looks like the same progenitor structures out here. So we may find, if we scout around long enough here on this lava planet, we may find another cluster of obelisks that we can pillage. Let's see if we can... Well, I don't think it's a very... Oh, it's a large lava planet, so this could take a while. Hopefully we got the fuel. Everything's fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I can chalk up with the fuel. What are we up to? 44. We have 44 fragments out of 300. We have a little ways to go still. I do have to stop and get some Promethean, I think, because at this rate I'm going to go through these fuel packs very quickly here, flying around on atmosphere like this. Anyway, that, ladies and gents, is pretty much all the progenitor information I really need to give you about finding fragments. Beware of the decayed shattered worlds. The lava and the arid ones or desert ones are alright, they're fine. But honestly, finding these fragments is just a labour of love. It is just a labour of love at the moment. You're just gonna have to grin through it, unfortunately. There's no quick way to get them. This is it. You have to fly around these freaking planets looking for the most efficient means to get them. Hopefully I've given you the information to hopefully know what you're looking for, and hopefully speed things up a little bit. I keep finding these freaking rings everywhere and they're just annoying. Oh, there's a cluster. Ooh, look at a cluster. That might be an obelisk cluster. Oh, it is an obelisk cluster, but not like I recognize. These are all floaty McFloaty obelisks. Ah, different. Where's the thing on these ones then, huh? Do apologize for the bright green, but it is the best way to scan these black structures for any breaches. Just guard your retinas. There's a breach right there. There's a breach right there. Now, I've got a little bit of an issue with this planet here because the gravity is actually a little bit higher than the 0.88 Gs that we came from. There's a breach, but I don't actually see a box in there. Ah, there it is. Yep, still alive. More fragments. There we go. So the floaty obelisks are the same. They're just slightly different locations for these boxes. So I mean, scanning them in normal light is just impossible. It's just solid black. So you need to burn your retinas off with the night vision. There you go. There's the breach straight away. You can see it then. Anyway, like I said, I hope that's enough information to get you guys going so you know what you're looking for. That is Progenitor fragments. This is how you get them. This is the grind that is required. If we're going to make this trip worthwhile, we need to get about 300 of these. And as it is at the moment, we've got ourselves, well, 52. We're getting there. We're getting there. To be honest, it's not going to take as long as maybe I'm making it out to be to get the 300. It's just, I think we're going to have to be lucky with these obelisk clusters is all. Incoming transmission. You found something. Do you really think it's a good idea? Embedded data? Yes, we will get to work decoding that right away. Transmit the data and give us a few moments and we will contact you momentarily. UCH command. It seems the UCH... Oh, damn it, missed it! Oh, damn it! Missed it! Object 2278. Interesting. I didn't realize there was an object out there. Welcome back. I thought I'd just come back to the gate. to basically continue the little mission there. Sorry, I missed the last of that text, but I'm sure you guys read it way before I did. What is this then? Object 2278. I didn't see that when I first came through, but then I wasn't really looking for it. Oh god. Rick, my name is Spanj. Oh no, I'm stuck on auto cruise. No, not the auto cruise thing again. Oh yes, of course, Captain Rick Spanj. How could I forget you? For the last time, my name is not Rick. It's never mind. What did you my name is not Rick. How dare you speak to a commanding officer with that tone? Apologize immediately, or I shall have you reprimanded, Captain. I apologize, sir. Wait, what is your name? I am Grand Admiral Spanj, leader of the Terran Navy in Andromeda. I will forgive your disobedience for now. Thank you, Grand Admiral. It's funny we have the same last name. We found something important hidden in the data. It appears that the creators were trying to build something you Terrans call a Dyson sphere. We needed to find out if they were successful. Why did you call them the creators? What are you talking like that? What do you mean? I'm talking perfectly normal Terran. Of course, of average health and age. There is nothing suspicious about my speech. You are being Cryptar. What's a Cryptar? It's like a Charloop, but frecklier. Okay then. Excellent. Now in order to... The signals are interrupted by another transmission. Hello, can you hear me? The UCH command. Do you have the data? Where were you success? Wait, what? Who was just talking? Transmit the data to UCH. Unfortunately, whoever you first sent the data to can probably guess where you'll be going next. Best to watch your back. I gotta turn around and fly 300 light years in the opposite direction now. Object, jeez. Right, that was what I was trying to get to, is that object down there. 8 kilometers I flew past that thing. Right. Let's aim right at it. I will turn my thrusters off and inertia off. And if we get another thing, then I'll crash into the object, right? What is that thing? Large. You got Brildo Baggins. Okay, here we go. You transmit your data to the actual UCH command. Unfortunately, whoever you sent the data to can probably guess where you'll be going next. Best to watch your back. Inside the data you transmitted, UCH command has found mention of a larger structure near the middle of the star cluster. Might possibly be a Dyson sphere. You should find this Dyson sphere and warp to it. Should I? Should I? Okay. Just like that, is it? Just warp to it. Alright. There we go. We got the mission for the Dyson sphere. Let's check this object thingy out. I don't know what's going on there. What we'll have to do is warp to the Dyson sphere, and then we have to do a number of scans in order to actually gain entry to the Dyson sphere. Now, it is safe to actually just warp to, but then, you know, to actually engage the damn thing, you will need a fleet. So, we're going to concentrate on getting the Ayamara over here on the back of the Zeus. And to do that, we need, obviously, a... Oh, hello. We need a warp drive. We need a big fancy warp drive. Why does this Legacy Decimator have ASC written on it? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yes. The ASC are up to no good again. This is the Decimator. Presumably it's the same one that they captured from the Legacy and reverse engineered the technology from. And then they've been selling the technology to whoever the highest bidder is. Unfortunately, the highest bidder is usually warlords, criminals, pirates, and that sort of thing. Is there a way in? Maybe we can find a way in. This thing seems to be missing some bits. Missing lots of bits. It has been stripped bare. So what the hell is it doing here? Right. There's gotta be a way in somewhere, I bet. Through there. Jetpack for the win. I mean, I can, but I mean, I'm stuck. So that's not the way in. Okay, hang on. I see a gap. I see a gap. Hang on. Jetpack. Alright, I'm in the gravity generators now. But I don't actually know if I can do anything once I'm in here. No, I can't. Okay, this is not the way in. Hang on. Out we go. There we go. We can find a way into it. There's gotta be a way in. There's so many holes in this thing. One of these holes is going to lead me inside. I know it. Oh, hello. Restricted access. Well, okay then. Oh. Why did the ASC leave this here? Hold up. Research notes. The warp drive looks pretty much just like any other standard warp drive. However, we are getting unconventional readings from it. We have installed a new navigation computer and we'll be testing short-range warps to test. Our first jump should only be a few AU. Supplemental. I don't understand. Target was only 5 AU. Where the hell are we? I don't recognize any of the stars. Haha! That's what you get! Comare. Cannot talk to it. Well, ASC scumbags. You just messed around with technology. You have no idea what you're doing. This is what happens. It finds its way back to me. You bastards. Loot! Damn it! Empty loot. Shame. Never mind. More loot. Ah. More loot. Ah. Yeah, we're excited. There's no loot in it. Mind you, it's probably been here for a while. It hasn't been regenerated. Never mind. Well. Ladies and gentlemen. For those of you not familiar, a few seasons back, the ASC and the Syndicate at the time, which was my faction, had a little war. Unfortunately, the Syndicate lost. The ASC were captured a legacy ship, and we're going to be using it. Technology, like I said, and selling it to the highest bidder. So, the Syndicate was forced, unfortunately, to withdraw after its entire fleet was betrayed. Betrayed, I say, by some bloody mercenaries. And unfortunately, we lost the battle. ASC got away with it. Now it seems that their legacy decimator has ended up here. A completely different galaxy in Progenitor space. That warp drive must have really malfunctioned to bring them out here. Wow. But that does also mean that ASC are probably close behind. Damn it. Well, Syndicate is no more. But I wonder if the IWC can help. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be all for today. I'm going to be busy mining, or well, harvesting the Progenitor fragments for a while. Next video, we'll go and check out the Dyson Sphere. We're going to have a little poke around it. And then I think, hopefully, if we've got enough tech fragments, we'll head back and look into getting into our Voidium drill technology. And into Voidium, what all that is. But thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. And hopefully, I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.